Okay, how we doing out there? First thing first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screens or Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint. Either way, it's all the same. All right, so tomorrow we start shipping out 8s, 12s, and the last remaining of the 9s. Those you put orders in around July, which will be now, we'll get you out taken care of too also. Now, we're getting everybody done in one hit. We're just getting everybody taken care of. All right, as many as we possibly can, but all the 8s have to be taken care of because we haven't shipped out an 8 since March the 11th, so that's being taken care of and that's being done. And those who've ordered 12s, we're getting ready to get those taken care of. We got all our supplies in, which I'm very happy and very, very blessed. All right, so two of the things we had to change with the 12, and there's my screen over there, that jet black screen. Two of the things we had to change with the 12, which is Supreme Black Ambient Light Rejection 12, that we call it OLED-like screen paint. One of the things we had to change on it was, when we first designed it, it was a spray-on only. Now, sometimes this can become intimidated to some of my customers. I mean, the first time I used a paint sprayer, I was intimidated by it. And that's why we choose to use the Wagner 150s, because they're easier to use. But still, some customers are intimidated by it, and that's something more extra they have to take out of pocket. So I'm trying to make it affordable and very easy to use. So with that being said, that was taken out and we have it now with a roll-on. We did several roll-on demonstrations on Facebook Live and a few over here on YouTube. Now, the next one of the things I wanted to change before we launch it out the door was I wanted to change where you do not have to prime the surface anymore. So that's one of the things that was changed last night. Final tweak. You do not have to prime the screen. Let me repeat, you do not have to prime the screen at all now. All right, so I'm going to show you this demonstration. I'm going to coat a piece of styrofoam with the technology and use this roller over here. Keep in mind, for those of you who have asked me questions about what kind of roller should I use, you think you have to have a special kind of roller. Let me get this all wrapped up in here real good. I don't want my rollers drying out. There we go. I should have my trot set up, but it's not. I can get this out of here. Usually, I don't have this much of a fight trying to get this out of here, but today I'm having a fight where it doesn't want to let go. All right, let me see. Should have had all this ready, but I was upstairs doing some work and didn't have time to set this up. Getting some last minute orders out of the way. You know, it's funny. Usually, when I have this wrapped up, I can't keep it wrapped up. And then when I need to use it, I can't get it out. I'm going to make sure the roller is all the way up. Here we go. Sometimes your roller's pulled a little down a little bit more. You can get streak marks, and your screen can mark the screen up. So you're going to make sure the rollers are up. All right, so. Ooh, watch out. Hit my fish tank. All right, so over here, this is the Supreme Black Ambient Light Rejection 12. You see how dark it is? I'm going to pop the top. I like to shake it up a little bit. When you get it, stir it or shake it. It's up to you. Okay, let's get the top off. We're just going to need a little bit. That's all. Just to show you that you don't have to apply. A primer onto it. All right. So we're just going to roll the screen in. And this is being done on styrofoam. Now, those of you who want to do styrofoam projection screens, we advise you to use the insulation styrofoam, because that styrofoam is basically nice and smooth. If you use any other styrofoam, you're going to have all those little nooks and crannies in there, and it's going to be very hard for you to fully paint that screen. So go with the insulation styrofoam. There we go. And we're done. So now, no more priming needed. Take it out, shake it up, take it out, stir it, shake it up, take it out, and you're done. Now, this is a demonstration I did on plexiglass, a shiny piece of plexiglass. I did this demonstration on Facebook Live. If you're interested in seeing this demonstration, check out the link at the bottom. So this was done on plexiglass. And I'm using my Casio 2500 lumen projector. at about, probably about a good maybe 9 or 10 feet back from the screen. Already keep in mind when screens are wet, they're going to be shiny. And there you go. I'm using my Casio projector. This is a 720p projector sitting in eco mode. It is using, I guess, a 2500 lumens, 720p, sits in eco mode. And look at the image on styrofoam. So, two of the things we changed when it came to the Supreme 9, we changed the fact that you don't have to use a paint sprayer if you don't want to, and you don't have to prime the surface. I'll show you how black the screen is. Look at my movie chairs. I'm going to trim around my screen. You can see. There you go. This is how beautiful the technology is. And look how deep the blues and everything come up. So I'm going to grab a few demonstrations really quick. And my screen is wet, so it's going to be a bit shiny. And now keep in mind, it's going to be much brighter than this because it gets a little dark when it's wet. But as it starts to dry, it gets brighter and brighter. It's actually very bright right now. But it's going to get much, much, much brighter than this. I'm going to put my fan on, but this is styrofoam. I don't want it to blow away. Now once the screen dries, I'll come back in and I'll do one short demonstration when the screen is dry. I love doing these paint on demonstrations. Just shows you how fast this stuff activates. Now yesterday I was showing off the insane white levels on my screen over here. This is 12 over there. I was using 12 technology. It's always a little darker when it's wet. Let's see if I can turn my fan on just a little bit. There you go. Let me show you something really quick. I'm going to move this over to the side just a little bit so I can get more of the fan. We're going to come over here and grab, this is the plexiglass that was painted. That's already dried. Stand it upward. So you see the difference between the screen is wet and when the screen is dry. Go back a little bit. And like I say, if you're interested in seeing the demonstration with the plexiglass, check out the link below. I had that where I did the live demonstration. As it starts to dry, you see the image get brighter, and you'll see the image get the image get a lot more sharper, more clearer. The fan hitting it right now. This is plexiglass, that's styrofoam. So this is a bit of relief because it makes it a lot easier for my customers. Now they don't have to worry about priming the screen. You know, they don't have to worry about paying extra money for a paint sprayer. If they don't want to apply the surface painting it on, they can just roll it on and be done with it. As for rollers, any form of matte roller is going to work. Doesn't really make a difference whatsoever what roller you use. It's going to work perfectly. I see the frog is much, much brighter now. And I'll stand back here and show you how far my projector is sitting back from the screen. Where the sloughs are at, that's how far we're back. About 9 or 10 feet. I'd say about 10 feet back. About 10 feet back. As you can see, it's a pretty good distance. Like I said, fully lit environment. Sorry, I'm in here. Just grabbing a few things real quick. Grabbing some bright, bright colors. So we start shipping out the 9s tomorrow. We're also going to ship out a ton of the 8s because we haven't had the supplies for the 8s, but now we have the supplies in. We're good to go. And the remaining 7s. So anyone's ordered 7s, some remaining back 7s, we're going to be out the door. And we got those right there. Those are some 9s that are going. Sorry, did I say 7s? My fault. 9s. Remaining 9s left over. We're going to be shipping those out. I do apologize. And the styrofoam is still wet, still a bit wet. How dark it is. Nice and dark. It's still a bit wet, as you can see. Look how shiny it is. Still a bit wet on the screen, but it's dry. Alright, I'm going to get out of here. I have much to do. I'd like to thank you all for your time, taking the time to watch the demonstration. If you go to the website and you read any information on the 12s, you will see that the 12 will now be saying at the very top, no priming needed. So right there, you'll see it right there. No primer required. You can just coat the screen, be done with it, and move on. Now keep in mind the 12 is not weatherproof. Only 9s are weatherproof. That's basically about it. Well, 9s and 8 are weatherproof. 12s are not weatherproof. If you need any specifications on our screen paints, please visit our website. Alright, thank you all for your time. I have to go. And let me add something really quick, because a few people were asking about prices. The price of, I'm going to put this video back on. The price of 1 quart is around, Price is 1 quart is around $160. That'll paint a screen size of 100 inch to 120 inch. Price of 2 quarts will paint a screen size of 140 inches. And that's 16:9 or 16:10, depending on what your projector is producing. Now, price for 1 quart, like I said, is $160, and price for 2 quarts is around $187. So bright and beautiful the image is. Like I said, it's for anybody wants to display a black screen, any black screen that's going to produce contrast. Hardest thing for a black screen to be able to produce is proper white levels. And the white levels on our technology is incredible, especially if you want to see that demonstration also of me displaying the 106-inch OLED light painted screen. Check out the video comment. Check out the demonstration at the bottom of the link. You'll see a few demonstrations down there. We'll have a demonstration on ultra short throw. Those have been asked about ultra short throw. I did one on the 1600 lumen projector, 1000 lumen projector. I've done glass, plexiglass, and styrofoam. Keep in mind the requirements for lumens for this technology is around 2500 lumens. We just use 1600 and 1000 to show you exactly how amazing the screen is. All right, let me get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, that was a good one. Let me get out of here so I can get everybody taken care of. I got much work to do. Thank you all, and God bless.